right, so they say, very dark man, you should be scared of the AIG. I cannot be scared of the AIG. I have the full fact of the case. Everything about the case is here. Everything. But you see, this is the most important part. It is this report that exposed Jimoh MOSHOOD. As you can see, this is a police investigation report from PANTI. It is signed. You can see the police stamp, everything. This one is what exposed him completely. We are going to come to this, right? Let me show you the documents I have. This is the investigation of Jimoh MOSHOOD. This is the reason why Ahmed was arrested. It's this investigation and recommendation that made them arrest Ahmed. This nonsense that they did here. So let me tell you how well informed I am of this case. This is the suspect statement. This is 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 suspect statement. This one self carries the stamp. This is Ahmed Tajuddin international passports. These are stamps, his travel stamps. This is his visas. Bro, I am well informed on this case. Don't play with me, man. I have everything, every evidence, right? This is the affidavit that Babajide Akinloye signed to collect the dead body of Prince Ademola Akinloye to stop the police from doing autopsy and investigating the matter. This is the bond he signed to collect the phone. This is the flight ticket of Ahmed Adjiro. This is other statements. This is the petition that was written against Ahmed by the palace. Bro, I have everything of this case, everything, right? This is the first invitation that was sent to Ahmed. This is 2023. As you can see, the first invitation, 19th of May. Anyways, we'll get right into this case, right? So now let's start. So this is the investigation report that led to the arrest of Ahmed Adjiro, right? And this is what exposed Jimoh MOSHOOD. Now, we'll go straight to the important part of this investigation report. So first things first, let's go straight to the suspect, right? Because it is what the suspect said, and that was what the police relied on to arrest Ahmed, right? So let's read. We'll go to the important part, right? This is a statement by Fatai Fabo that was recorded, and this is where they recommended to the DPP. Now, he said, he made additional statements after Yusuf Ismaila, aka Bariga, was arrested, that he was called by Kenny. Please take note of the name. That he was called by Kenny to send his account number, which he later did, and the sum of 500,000 naira was transferred into his account by Kenny for the job well done in killing Sheriff Salami. He was told that Alhaji Ahmed sent the sum of 2 million naira meant for the killing of Sheriff Ishola Salami. That 4 of them participated in the killing, shared the 2 million naira. Now, this person is saying that Kenny was the person that Ahmed contracted and paid 2 million naira for the killing of Sheriff Salami. So it is this person that got the contract, Mr. Kenny. Please take note of the name. Kenny. Now, we'll now go to the statement of Bariga. We'll go straight to the important part. He said the 4 of them all participated in the killing of Sheriff Aborim. And a few days later, Ahmed Adjiro sent the sum of 2 million naira through Bode to them to share for the job well done. He said Bode is currently living in Germany. If you remember, Fatai Fabo said they were contracted by a guy called Kenny. And it is that Kenny that Ahmed gave the 2 million naira. And it's that 2 million naira that they shared. The contractor is Kenny. Now, Bariga is saying the person that contracted them is Bode. So who contracted you guys? Do you understand? 2 people that participated in the murder of Sheriff Salami have 2 different answers. One is saying it is Kenny. The other person is saying it is Bode. So who actually contracted you guys? We'll find out later. This Kenny and Bode, we're going to see what happened to them. Jimoh MOSHOOD, man. Anyways, let's go to the finding. From the investigation so far conducted, the following facts emerge. So police have now concluded. So this is what they found out. This is what AIG MOSHOOD found out from all the investigation he did. So we'll go straight to 4.2. That on the 26th of August, 2024, Prince Ademola Akinloye, the son of the sitting chief of Adjiro Land, was also murdered in broad daylight. And the matter reported to the police, but investigation has not been concluded. There's a reason why I started from this. So it said that on the day Prince Ademola Akinloye was unalive, on the 26th of August 2024, it was reported to the police, but investigation has not been concluded. Please put that at the back of your mind. Now, again, we'll go to 4.11. That Fabo knows nothing on the killing of the late Prince Ademola Akinloye, and on that day, he was in Ibadan. He was not in Lagos, right? Now, we go again. There's a reason why I'm making emphasis on this. Now, we go to 4.14. That Yusuf Ismaila, aka Bariga, confirmed to the police that himself, Fabo, Kenny, Mascot, killed Sheriff Aborim on the order of Ahmed Adjiro. And he sent to them the sum of 2 million naira through Bode. who is presently living in Germany for the killing of Sheriff Isola Salami. Right? Now we go down again. That both Shafi Fatai, aka Fabo, and Yusuf Ismaila, aka Bariga, deny involvement in killing of Prince Ademola Akinloye. Now there's a reason why I kept on making emphasis on Prince Ademola Akinloye. Here's the thing. First things first, the police admitted, right, that the investigation have not been concluded. Fatai and Bariga have said they don't know anything about the death of Prince Ademola Akinloye. They don't know anything. Now, let's go to the recommendation, right? The recommendation that they gave to DPP. This is the recommendation that made them go to arrest Ahmed, right? If you go down, you see, in the meantime, efforts are still much in place to unravel the suspect behind the killing of Prince Ademola Akinloye, the son of Oba Adetunji Akinloye, the Ojumu of Ajiron, Etiosa local government area of Lagos. Now, it is clear that they never did any investigation on who unalive Prince Ademola Akinloye. From this whole investigation report, Bariga, first of all, police admitted that the investigation have not been concluded. Secondly, the suspects, Bariga and Fabo, consistently denied that they don't have any knowledge whatsoever to who unalive Prince Ademola Akinloye. And the police also recommended that in the meantime, effort are still much put in place to unravel the suspect behind the killing of Prince Ademola Akinloye. So please make it make sense and explain to me why you people now pinned the murder of Ademola Akinloye on Ahmed Ajiron if the police have not done investigation. So what is the point? And now Jimoh keep on going and doing press conferences and saying that Ahmed is on multiple murder. That Ahmed literally, because what he was putting out there is insinuating that Ahmed committed multiple murder. But meanwhile, your report clearly said that you did not investigate. But this one is not even important. Let's now go to the important part. This is what exposed him completely, right? This is the comprehensive investigative report from PANTI. If you remember, this case, when Ahmed was arrested, they have already written a petition to the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Reluwan Disu. Then Disu said, you know what, since you people are not comfortable with AIG Jimoh continuing this case, you people should take it to PANTI. So the IG now gave PANTI the authority to investigate the whole case. So they collected the case file from Jimoh. They now brought it to PANTI, and this is where PANTI now unraveled everything and exposed Jimoh. So we'll go straight to the investigation report, right? It's a whole lot of things, but we'll just go straight to their findings, what PANTI found after the whole investigation. So this is the finding of PANTI. Please read with me. Findings. In the events of police investigation into the murder cases, the following facts became evident, right? So they did their own numbering in Roman numerals. So let's go straight to the IV. We are going to the important part. IV. That the complainant in both cases, His Royal Majesty Oba Tijani Adetunji Akinloye, OON, the Ojumu of Ajiron Land, Lekki, Lagos, on behalf of the Ojumu Royal Palace, strongly suspected one Ahmed Tajuddin, a youth leader and a member of the royal family of Ajiron Land, Lekki, as a prime motivator and facilitator of dual murder. It is from this investigation of PANTI that I even found out that Ahmed is also of a royal blood. And I also just found out that Ahmed's house might be where they are supposed to pick the next king from. But that's not important. Anyways, let's just continue. It is important but not important, but let's continue. So this is the important part. That the confessional statement of the 2 out of 4 initial arraigned suspects in court by SS1 SHQ Ikeja were contradictory as to who directly contracted them to kill one of the deceased, Sheriff Isola Salami, between Bode and Kenny, other names mentioned. So what PANTI is saying is that after our investigation, the 2 suspects are contradicting themselves. One of them said it was Kenny that contracted them to go and unalive Sheriff Salami. The other person is saying it is Bode. So which of them? And it doesn't make sense, because if these 2 people are going on a mission, no one be Oga, no one be boy. They are supposed to be privileged to the same information. They are supposed to be given one name, but they are contradicting themselves. One say Kenny, one say Bode. So who be the person? We are going to find out about this Bode and Kenny again. Number VII, that the principal suspect defense of alibi, claiming he was not in the country when both killing of Sheriff Isola Salami and Prince Ademola Akinloye took place, was investigated and found out to be true. Via Nigeria Immigration Service response to our inquiry in letter reference, they put the reference dated 6 May 2026. Ahmed had told them that, see, I was not around when these 2 people were murdered. So they went further to do investigation, and they now wrote a letter to immigration. Immigration now responded to them from their record and said, yes, this person was never in the country when these 2 people were murdered. Now, I would have also suspected Ahmed if I would have said, maybe I want to 9 year old come out. But then again, Ahmed is a frequent traveler. Even before this incident, Ahmed was traveling. He was always traveling. So, as at this time where this thing happened, Ahmed was not even around. And immigration confirmed it to them, right? Number 2. Number VII. That the principal suspect bank statement from 3 different accounts showed that no transfer of 2 million naira either to Kenny, Body, or any other suspected persons within the period under review, contrary to the claim made by the remanded suspect Fabo and Bariga. Remember, Fabo and Bariga said it was Ahmed that paid Kenny or Body 2 million naira. Now, PANTI now went to investigate 3 different accounts of Ahmed, and they found out that there was no transaction of 2 million naira during that period and a period before. They could not find anybody. They could not find Body, neither did they find any Kenny from going through Ahmed Ajino's account. And if you remember, these people said it was Kenny that contracted them, and Ahmed sent money to Kenny, and Ahmed sent money to Body. It never happened, right? We come down again. That the telephone devices of the principal suspect was packaged to NPF NCCC, National Cybercrime Abuja, for forensic profiling and analysis report issued V. They gave the date where they sent the phone, right? They sent it on the 11th of May 2026. That there was no direct single transfer of 3 million naira to Kenny or Body by the suspect per forensic report on the principal suspect phone from NPF. So when they checked 2 million, they no see. They decided to go further to check for 3 million naira. Just in case he give them extra. They went through different accounts. They could not find Body or any Kenny. So therefore, there was nothing like that, right? Now they move. That's the bank profile of beneficiary to fund transfer by the principal suspect on the 26th of August 2024, being the date the second deceased was murdered, were checked and no payments made by them to Body, Kenny, Fabo, Bariga, or Mascot at large to sustain complicity on their part as laundering money for principal suspect to bankroll Dua killings. So they checked, they profiled everybody, and they checked. There was nothing whatsoever. I go again. That as at the time of filing this report, the arrest of Mascot alleged to have participated in the killing of deceased one person alongside Fabo and Bariga is yet to be actualized. Now, Dito One Body, other names unknown, alleged to have been used by the principal suspect as a co-front in the recruitment of Fabo, Bariga, and Mascot in the gruesome murder, as well as one Kenny said to have died mysteriously after a criminal act as claimed by Fabo and Bariga is shared into confessional statement. That the principal suspect flatly denied the knowledge of Body or Kenny, of Body or Kenny, or any individual, all fronting for him to perpetrate any criminal act, including the murder of first deceased and second deceased, right? Now, that joint interrogation of 3 key suspects was unsuccessful due to the failure to secure reproduction warrants from court from the release of Fabo and Bariga from the Correctional Center, Kirikiri, Lagos, which led to granting of police requests by National Correctional Service Authority for the interrogation of 2 remanded suspects, Fabo, Bariga, at the Correctional Statement Facility, where they alleged duress in the course of their interrogation by initial investigative team, SS1 Tactical Team. So they asked the court that court should give them an order so that they can take Fabo and Bariga and bring them to party from prison. Court did not give them that approval. So they now approach Correctional Center and say, see, we have the authority to investigate this matter. We want to talk to Fabo and Bariga. So Correctional Center gave them the access. So Fabo and Bariga was brought out. Now when Fabo and Bariga was brought out, there were a lot of witnesses from the Correctional Center, and investigation started. When they investigated, Fabo and Bariga said, come, all those things that we said, it is because they torture also. This Ahmed that we called, it is under duress. Because they wrote it down in their statement that it is under duress, that they were tortured. That they were tortured. That's why they mentioned his name. Now, let's go to the recommendation of this case. This is what they recommended. And this is why I was saying DPP, and I was laughing. This is the recommendation to DPP and the conclusion of the investigation, right? The most sought after principal suspect in this case, Ahmed Tajuddin Akambi, having finally been arrested by Interpol, handed over to the Lagos State Police Command and interrogated by this department, denied all allegations against him as being instrumental to the gruesome murder of the 2 deceased persons, Sheriff Isola Salami and Prince Ademola Akinloye, either directly or remotely. Investigation carried out indeed established that the suspect was far away outside the country as at the time of the 2 murder incident. However, significantly aided investigation carried out by this department established the principal suspect close affinity to the self-confessed Fabo and Bariga, currently on remand at Medium Correctional Facility, Lagos. The doe found in the principal suspect an expedient and inevitable reporting authority right from the inception their ordeal when first arrested to their current remand in prison. They confessed and self-admitted to the initial investigating team as the main actors to the actual killing of the first deceased, Sheriff Isola Salami, through the instrumentality of one Body and Kenny, who they claim was hired and solely financed by the principal, Ahmed Ajiron Akambi, to perpetrate the criminal act. Unfortunately, Bode's arrest is yet to be actualized by this department, while Kenny is said to have died mysteriously, thus foreclosing nexus being established against them and the principal suspect. Now, this body that Bariga said contracted them and paid them 2 million from Ahmed, they said they have not been able to arrest him. Because according to them, Bode is in Germany. And they are not sure about the body because they didn't give them any information leading to Bode. They don't have picture of Bode. They don't have phone number of Bode. They don't know nothing about Bode. So therefore, Bode is just a ghost name. And the Kenny that was mentioned by Fabo, they said Kenny had died. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So the two people that can directly link Ahmed, because as of now, this Ahmed name that have been mentioned, this suspect that have been arrested, they have not had any encounter with Ahmed where Ahmed gave them contract. They only know Ahmed in the area as the king of the boys, right? But they don't have any direct contact with them. The people that contracted them is Bode or Kenny. Now they are saying this Bode, they don't have any identity of Bode. There's no face, there's nothing on Bode. And Kenny, they say Kenny don't die. Curiously, in the course of further explicit investigation by this department, self-confessed Fabo and Bariga made a volte-face to their confession made to the initial investigation.